All right, let's get right into it. If you own or manage a commercial building, you know the roof is so much more than just a cover, right? It's a huge part of your operations. Today, we're going to look at a system that's engineered to fix some of the biggest, most annoying roofing problems, all in one shot.
And this, right here, is a question that gets to the heart of it. A lot of building owners see their roof as just a ticking time bomb, an expensive replacement that's always looming on the horizon. But what if that whole way of thinking is wrong? What if your roof could actually be a high-performance renewable asset? Let's find out how.
First off, let's just acknowledge the frustration. If you are tired of dealing with flat roof issues, believe me, you are not alone. It is easily one of the most common headaches in managing commercial properties.
And this is where the real pain is. We're talking about way more than just the cost of a repair. When seams fail or leaks pop up around an HVAC unit, it's not just about putting a bucket on the floor. No. It could mean damaged inventory, shutting down operations, and, of course, those emergency repair bills that just destroy your budget. It's this constant, expensive, reactive cycle.
So, the big question is, how do you get off that roller coaster? Well, let's talk about the solution. And I'm not talking about just another roll of roofing material here. We're talking about a complete system that's applied right on site. It's called spray polyurethane foam, or just SPF.
So here's how it works, and it's pretty cool. Two separate liquids get mixed together right at the spray gun. When they hit your roof, they have a chemical reaction and expand like 30 times their original volume, forming this solid, tough, and totally seamless layer of foam. After that, a durable, protective coating goes over the top to protect it from the sun and, daily wear and tear. And this is the part that makes it a real game changer. SPF isn't just a waterproof membrane. It's also a fantastic insulator, and it adds strength to your roof deck, all in one single application. It's like a triple threat solution. Okay, so let's break that down into 3 core benefits. These directly attack those problems we were just talking about. This is really how the system can flip the script and turn your roof from a liability into a genuine asset. This is the big one. Seriously, just think for a second. Where do most roof leaks happen? It's always at a seam, right? Or a fastener, or some kind of joint. Well, an SPF roof is sprayed on as a liquid, so it creates one single, unbroken surface. There are literally 0 seams. It just erases the number one weak spot from the equation. And this is where it really shines on complicated roofs. Picture a commercial roof with tons of pipes, vents, drains, AC curbs, all that stuff. Trying to cut and glue traditional materials around every single one of those creates 1,000 little places for water to get in. But SPF? It just flows around everything, bonding directly to it and creating a perfect custom-fit seal. It's brilliant. Okay, benefit number 2 is all about your energy bill. It comes down to something called R value, which is just a fancy way of saying how well something stops heat from passing through it. SPF has one of the absolute highest R values you can get. So the very same system that's keeping the water out is also making your building massively more energy efficient. So what does a chart like this actually mean in the real world? Well, it's pretty simple. It means less of that blistering summer heat gets into your building, and in the winter, less of your expensive heat gets out. And that means your HVAC system doesn't have to work nearly as hard, which leads directly to lower energy bills and a way more comfortable space inside. Now, this third benefit is the one that totally changes the financial picture. With most roofs, when they're done, they're done. Your only option is a super expensive, disruptive tear-off and replacement. An SPF roof is designed differently from the ground up. It's built to be a renewable asset. This timeline really shows you the night and day difference. See the traditional roof? It's a straight line to failure and then a huge bill. The SPF roof, on the other hand, lives on a cycle of maintenance and renewal. As long as that foam core stays protected, after maybe 20 years, you just clean the roof and apply a new top coat. Boom! The system is renewed for a tiny fraction of the cost of replacement, and the clock starts all over again. All right, so let's be real. No single solution is the perfect silver bullet for every single situation. The key is knowing where SPF really excels and when, you might need to look at other options. Look, SPF is an absolute monster performer on those complex roofs we talked about, especially if you also need an insulation boost. And it's a huge win if your current roof is in good enough shape to be covered over, because that saves you the cost and mess of a tear-off. But it isn't magic. If your existing insulation is soaked or your roof deck has major structural problems, those things have to be fixed first. And this is crucial. You have to be committed to that simple, routine maintenance to keep the top coat in good shape. And you see, this brings us all the way back to that central idea we started with. It's about getting out of that short-term, what's the cheapest fix mindset and moving toward a long-term investment strategy for your building.
This quote right here just nails it. You're not just buying a roof. You're buying a renewable system. You're buying better energy performance. And you're buying a strategy that lets you manage your money way more intelligently over decades, instead of just waiting for that one massive budget-crushing expense.
So the next time you're looking at your roof, think about it this way. First, can it just be repaired? If it's an SPF roof, can it be restored just by recoating it? Or, option 3, is it truly beyond saving and needs to be replaced? The goal of a smart asset manager is to live in that restore phase for as long as humanly possible. And that's exactly what an SPF system is designed to let you do.
Ultimately, this is the main takeaway. A system like this lets you stop the endless, expensive cycle of replacement and start actively investing in a durable, high-performance, long-term asset for your building.
But here's the thing. You can't make a smart decision like this based on a guess. The only way to really know if you should repair, restore, or replace, and if SPF is the right answer for you, is to get a pro up there to do a thorough assessment and tell you what's actually going on.
So, if you want to find out if this cost-effective, long-term solution makes sense for your property, the next step is simple. Just visit foamroofinglosangeles.com, that's foamroofinglosangeles.com, and schedule that professional roof assessment. It's the only way to get the real data you need to make an intelligent investment in your building's future.